Hi guys, welcome back to Makeup Monday. Today's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be talking a lot more and sharing some experiences that I've had with people asking me really stupid questions about being Indian. And so I wanted to share what people have said to me and then what's a better way of phrasing it if you want to ask questions, because asking questions is totally fine. Making assumptions can get you a little trouble. So yeah, let's get started. So the one thing that I hate when people ask me, I'm gonna say top 5 things people ask me that I can't stand, is when people ask me why my English is so good. I've been here for 15 years and they're always like complimenting me. It's like, wow, you have like no accent at all. You must like really like know really good English. And I'm like, well, I've been here for 15 years, so I would pick up a thing or two. I mean, some days my English is terrible, but most of the time it's not that bad. But you know, why are we still doing this? Why? Another way to ask that question is not ask it at all. That's another way. Cool. Another thing that I don't like is when people say things like, "You're really pretty for an Indian girl." Really? Thank you. It's not a compliment. It's an insult to my fellow Indian women. We're all beautiful. Okay? Like why do people have the need to say things? Like you can just say you're pretty and that's it. You can just say stuff like you're intelligent. Why you gotta add, oh, you're pretty for this or you're intelligent for that? Whatever. It's just like, can you just not say that? Next way to phrase this is you're pretty cool, and then leave it at that, period. Okay. Another thing I don't like people tell me is they pretend they'll bring up any fact that they have learned from the Jungle Book, Slumdog Millionaire, Mindy Kaling, and relate it to me. Like, that's like if you talked about the ocean like all you knew about it was from Finding Nemo. You'd be highly surprised. So yeah, I hate when people ask me about like where I'm from. Well, I don't mind. It's cool. Like I'll always be like, "Oh, I'm from Jersey or from wherever." But it always goes like, "Well, where are your parents from?" Or, hmm. I'm like, I get it. What's happening here? Okay, all right. I'm from India. All right, and then it immediately, without maybe 9 times out of 10, it goes into, oh my God, you're Indian? I love chicken tikka. I'm like, great. Like, I just love Indian food. It's like the best, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I'll always respond like, oh, I love American food. Oh, you're American? I just had the best hot dog ever. Or cheeseburger. Thank you. And then when people start saying things like, oh, you're Indian. Do you speak Indian? Well, oh, you're American. Do you speak American? Yeah. Yep, Indian is not a language. Neither is American. So yeah, that's that. Another way to ask that question, I'm sorry, I'm not getting really helpful, I'm just being snarky. Another way to ask questions is just to be like, do you speak other languages than English? Or maybe wait till I make a phone call to my mother and I'm talking about people in my language and say, hey, what language was that? I don't like when people say, if I say I'm Indian, they'll be like, oh, my taxi driver when I was driving in Canada was also Indian. Do you happen to know him? Nope, don't. Not all Indians know each other. Or they'll bring up if I went to a college, or if they'll be like, oh, do you know this person, Mindy Kaling from, she was my doctor once. And I'm like, I don't even live in the same country as you. So how would I know? Okay. being Indian and being Christian is kind of like, it really messes people up in the head for some reason. They just can't process it. Some people are like, but you're Indian. How are you Christian? There are other religions, okay? Being Indian is my culture, it's my tradition, it's my ethnicity and my race. Being Christian is my religion, right? Just like you can be American and be an atheist or be a Catholic or whatever you want to be, believe in the flying spaghetti monster, whatever you want to do, who cares? So why is it so hard for people to understand that there can be Indians who are also not Christian or not Hindu? I also don't like when people automatically assume that I'm good at math. I'm terrible at math. Well, certain kinds of math. And then they always look to me to fix your computer problems. It has happened where I was actually in my college where the projector broke down or something like that. And the professor just looked straight. And I was the only Indian kid in that entire class. And he looked at me, he's like, can you fix this? Like, do I like tech support to you? Granted, I did fix it, so it's not really helping my case. But yeah, even though I'm genetically inclined to be really good at computers, not everyone is, and that's because that's just a stereotype. Can't even speak English today. Sometimes it feels like I am an ambassador for like general knowledge on Indian culture. Like, I am not every Indian. My experience is very unique, and just like you don't speak for every American, and I wouldn't expect you to answer all my American questions. Sometimes it's just different, you know? Like, sometimes it's like it's terrible, but sometimes I hate meeting new people because it becomes like, oh, you're Indian. Did you have an arranged marriage? Why aren't you wearing a red dot? No. Like, oh, what were your parents like? Was it really hard growing up in India and coming here? Where are your parents from? And all this stuff. And it just becomes like, ask me about my work or my college or something else, my favorite color, my favorite TV show. I don't know. Like, there's so much more. I mean, I love talking about my culture. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But sometimes it's a little exhausting being like the UN over here, being like, this is what India is all about. And sometimes I'm wrong, like the way I look at my culture. Some people look at it differently, and I can't speak for everybody. So that's my right. I'm gonna officially do my makeup now. Bye. I'm gonna be using the Essentials palette. This is from my BoxyCharm, because I'm a BoxyCharm girl. I'm gonna go with terracotta, which is this orange color. Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna go in with cinnamon, which is this dark brown color, and put it right here. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils to add some pizzazz. I'm gonna add some of the emerald in here and just add it to the outer corner, so it can be like a really, oh, I kind of like this. Thank you guys for watching Makeup Monday. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I ranted a lot, but it was really fun to just share what my experiences have been, and if you can relate to this, please let me know. I would love to hear what you have went through. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you maybe next week. Who knows? Have a great week. Bye.